Stop what you were doing and listen closely because everything you thought you knew about compact computers is about to change. If you were planning to buy a new Mac, you might want to hold that thought. The future of the desktop is rushing towards us faster than we expected, and it is not just a small upgrade. We are talking about a machine that transforms the humble desktop into an absolute monster. The leaks for the 2026 Mac Mini are finally here, and they paint a picture of a device that is going to completely redefine what is possible in a workspace. This is the complete breakdown of the Mac Mini M5, and trust me, this is the one you have been waiting for. Let's set the stage by looking at where we stand right now. At the end of 2024, Apple finally gave us what we have been begging for. They delivered the first major design refresh of the Mac Mini in nearly 15 years. It wasn't just a small tweak or a color change. It was a total modernization. They shrank the footprint, improved the cooling, and packed it with the M4 chip. And they didn't give us a watered-down version either. The base model came with a full 10-core CPU and a 10-core GPU for just $599. It was an instant hit. It proved to the world that you do not need a giant tower to get professional-grade performance. That iconic footprint and even that controversial power button on the back became the new standard. But now, the big question on everyone's mind is simple. Will Apple change this design again in 2026? The answer, according to every reliable leak we have, is almost certainly no. Apple tends to stick with their designs for a long time, and given the 15-year gap before the last one, this new compact chassis is here to stay. So the 2026 Mac Mini will look identical from the outside. That sleek aluminum box is going nowhere. But do not let the unchanged exterior fool you for a second. The real magic, the earth-shattering change, is all happening under the hood. This is where things get incredibly exciting. The heart of this new machine is the upcoming M5 chipset. We have seen what Apple Silicon can do in the iPad Pro and the MacBook Pro, but the M5 is shaping up to be a different beast entirely. When it comes to the CPU or the main processing tasks, you can expect a solid bump. We are looking at a 10 to 15% performance increase over the already blazing fast M4. That is a very respectable gain for year-over-year progress. It means your apps open faster, your system feels snappier, and multitasking is even smoother. But if we're being honest, CPU speed isn't the headline story here. The real game changer, the thing that is going to make this computer legendary, is the GPU. Early benchmarks and insider tests are showing that the M5's graphics performance is soaring to new heights. We're talking about gains of up to 45% over the M4. Let that sink in for a moment. A 45% jump in graphics power in a single generation is almost unheard of in this form factor. This isn't just about jamming more cores into the chip. It is about smarter, more efficient architecture. This massive leap means the 2026 Mac Mini won't just be great for writing code or browsing the web. It is going to be a legitimate monster for video editing, 3D rendering, and heavy graphical work. Imagine rendering 4K video or working in complex 3D scenes on a machine that fits in the palm of your hand, and doing it all while the computer stays completely silent and cool. That is the promise of the M5. Now, for those of you who need even more power, maybe you are a professional video editor or a developer compiling massive code bases, the M5 Pro version is ready to deliver. Rumors suggest that Apple is tweaking the core configuration this time around to squeeze out every drop of performance. We could see a distinct split in the lineup. There might be a binned version with a 14-core CPU geared toward efficiency, and then a top-tier unbinned model. This top-spec beast is rumored to carry a staggering 16-core CPU. That would arguably make the M5 Pro Mac Mini one of the most powerful computers in its class. Full stop. It is a tiny powerhouse designed for professionals who push their systems to the limit every single day, but don't want a massive box taking up their entire desk. Let's talk about memory and storage, because this is where a lot of people felt the pinch in previous years. For RAM, things are likely to stay consistent with the current high standards. The base M5 model will probably start with a very capable 16 gigabytes of memory. This is the new baseline, and it is plenty for most users. You will likely have options to upgrade to 24 or 32 gigabytes if you need that extra headroom. The M5 Pro, however, steps it up a notch. It should start at 24 gigabytes, with options to go up to 48 or even 64 gigabytes for the most demanding workflows. But the storage is where we might finally see the welcome surprise we have all been waiting for. For a long time, 256 gigabytes has been the starting point, and let's be honest, that fills up way too fast with modern apps and media files. There is a very strong chance, based on current trends and component pricing, that Apple will finally bump the minimum storage to 512 gigabytes across the board. A 512 gigabyte starting point would be a huge quality of life improvement for every single user. It means you don't have to immediately buy an external drive the day you get your computer. Of course, for the data hoarders out there, you will still be able to configure it with up to a massive 4 terabytes of super fast SSD storage. So, when can you actually get your hands on one of these? The timeline seems pretty clear. All signs point to a grand unveiling at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, or WWDC, in 2026. This event typically happens in early June. Usually, devices ship shortly after the keynote. So, you should mark your calendars for mid-June 2026. As for the price, the news is good. Apple is expected to hold the line. The base M5 Mac Mini should start at the familiar $599. The more powerful M5 Pro model will likely begin at $1,399. When you consider the monumental performance increases, especially in the graphics department, this represents even greater value than before. You are getting flagship performance for a mid-range price. In my opinion, the 2026 Mac Mini is shaping up to be an essential piece of technology. It takes the perfect formula of a compact, silent, and affordable design and injects it with next-generation muscle. The focus on a massive GPU boost is perfectly timed for where software is heading. We are seeing more and more creative applications relying on GPU acceleration, and the M5 is ready for it. But beyond just raw speed, this device is set to become the intelligent hub of your digital life. The M5 chip isn't just fast, it's smart. It comes with enhanced AI accelerators built right in. Think of the kind of neural engine power we see in the latest iPhones, but now supercharging your desktop. This means the 2026 Mac Mini won't just run your apps, it will optimize them. Imagine a desktop that proactively manages your workflow. It could accelerate app launches based on your specific habits. It could offer real-time suggestions as you edit videos or compile code. The enhanced machine learning capabilities will revolutionize creative tasks. We're talking about features like object-aware editing in photos and videos happening instantly, directly on your device, without needing to upload anything to the cloud. For professionals in fields like music production or data science, this combination of immense local processing power and sophisticated on-device AI will eliminate bottlenecks. Complex simulations and real-time audio processing will be smoother than ever before. Furthermore, its enduring compact design ensures it will fit perfectly into any setup. Whether you have a minimalist home office or a multi-screen production studio, this machine fits right in while consuming minimal power. The 2026 Mac Mini isn't just an upgrade. It is a forward-looking statement. It proves that the most powerful and intelligent computing experiences do not require a bulky, loud machine. It promises to be the silent, efficient, and astonishingly capable centerpiece for the next generation of creators, developers, and everyday users. This leap forward solidifies the Mac Mini not just as an affordable entry point into the Apple ecosystem, but as a genuinely aspirational product. It challenges the very notion of what a desktop computer can be. It is the ultimate proof that big things really do come in small packages. If you like this deep dive into the future of the Mac Mini, show your support by subscribing to the channel for more tech insights like this. Share this video with anyone thinking about their next computer, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss our update when this powerhouse finally launches.